We first used YouTube in the what to avoid stage of our research and planning. We were able to look at existing trailers in order to understand what did and didn't work. We were also able to pull ideas and conventions from them that we could use in our trailer and find our inspiration trailers. We used Google in order to research vampire and cannibal trailers. Google allowed us to find that Cannibal Holocaust would be our inspiration film for our trailer, and that the vampire side, that Twilight, would be our inspiration film. We also researched other trailers like The Nightmare on Elm Street, as they had interesting credits and title screens throughout. For the vampire aspect, we looked at Twilight, Vampire Academy and Dracula, both from very different ends of the spectrum. Both Twilight and Vampire Academy are very modern and more likely to appeal to the target audience we were trying to reach. But Dracula had the authentic and traditional vampire aspect that would help our characterisation. We also looked at the TV show The Vampire Diaries. We watched clips from the show on YouTube. We didn't really take much from the show as it was a TV show and not a film, but it did portray the modern vampire aspect that we were angling for. For the cannibal side, we researched trailers like Cannibal Holocaust, Eaten Alive and Cannibal Terror. We also used YouTube in the iconography research. We watched trailers and studied the oral and visual iconography as well as the setting, and we also used YouTube in the technical and audio part of our planning. We also used our college blog to upload all of our research to. This was an important part of our research stage as this aspect went towards our final grade at the end of the year. We used PowerPoint to create and present our pictures and horror film research to our peers. PowerPoint meant that we were able to create interesting ways to present our audience with the information they needed to know without just standing there and listing things off. It also meant that we could have an interactive presentation as we were able to get the audience involved. With YouTube being a Web 2.0, we were able to upload our pictures and our trailer to the internet, which meant we were able to receive peer feedback on how to improve and what aspects appealed to them and what areas lacked. This helped us understand what our target audience wanted to see, so we were then able to make our trailer more appealing. We used Prezi in order to present some of our research and evaluation questions. Prezi is an online version of PowerPoint. Prezi is accessible on more media platforms. You can use Prezi on an iPhone and an iPad, which more of our target audience would use. Using Prezi meant we were able to directly embed our presentation into our blog and make it easier for other people to access. Having hardware like laptops enables us to access the internet and software needed during the research and planning stage. Having internet access meant websites like Google and YouTube were accessible to us and meant we could research existing trailers, directors and producers. We were also able to upload our videos and ancillary products to our college blog so that we could get audience feedback.
Construction. In the construction of our trailer and ancillary products, we use multiple types of digital technology when filming our trailer. We used the camera, which was a useful tool to help us get all the images. However, the quality was not always there, so we changed and used our iPhone cameras to film some of the scenes which needed some special attention so you could see everything in the scene. We also use Adobe Premiere Pro to help organise our footage and also edit the footage to help us do things like slow down clips, speed it up and make lighting brighter or darker, and even add other types of media content to the program like sound effects, which became easier to use over time. Adobe Photoshop was also something we used a lot during our construction stage because we needed it for the construction of our ancillary products. The best thing about the Photoshop program is the multiple tools available to you, for example like the lasso tool, which allows you to cut parts of the images and place wherever you want. There's also tools like the marquee tool, which allows you to move any part of the image in a certain frame to anywhere you like, even another file open on Photoshop. YouTube was very useful because it helped us compare our trailer to real and existing ones. For example, we looked at the Vampire Diaries trailer because it had the kind of look that we were looking for. YouTube enabled us to check what we were doing right and get the shots and mise-en-scene right. Google was also used, and like YouTube, it helped us check what we were doing with our ancillary products, so we could look up horror magazines and posters and make sure we had all the right conventions for the horror genre.